Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to the Twilight Forest, where we continue our exile in Exile. I realize that we cannot live here forever inside of this stump, or rather, we can, but we need more room. See, we have a three-part plan to get ourselves out of here and to someplace better, like, you know, our literal home that we have right on the other side of that portal. We just need a diamond to get to it. Although, didn't we collect diamonds in the previous installment? Or at least we located them. We're not just going to throw that in there. Okay, that's step 3, reclaim home. Step 2 is fix portal. We still need to survive. And there's no shot that I'm going to go through that portal with just my basic shield here and a steel sword and reclaim my home from an entire army of gosh darn robots and villains. So we need to build up our strength a little bit. What we need not do is rush into a dangerous situation and get ourselves killed, okay? That's the last thing we need to do. So, we made excellent strides in the previous installment, and I'm hopeful that we'll be able to... Are these not a plant that I can, like... There we go. I was going to say, this looks like the sort of thing you could right-click to get a delicious, delectable blackcurrant leaves or blackcurrant fruit from. Delicious, there we go. Would that be considered a berry, blackcurrant, one wonders? I'm not sure what qualifies a berry. All I want to do is not get myself buried alive out here. Wonka, wonka, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You have no clue what I'm saying, do you? We just need to survive, and we need to thrive. We need to expand our understanding of the Twilight Forest, dominate it, conquer it, and become its masters. And in order to do that, I think I need to build a treehouse. Hear me out. We already have the stump, right? The stump is beautiful. The stump is fantastic. If you go inside the stump, you got a bed. You got a chest here. It's wonderful. I don't dislike that at all. It's fine. It's just, we need more space. We need this to go up taller. So what we got to do is we got to take our lovely new iron axe, and we need to go out into the world, and we need to find more of the Twilight oak wood, cut it down, bring it back here. I know we brought some last time. I believe we found a big tree with it. I think this is it over here too, isn't it? It's got that particular look in it. I don't know if I want to cut it... Anyone else hearing that? I feel like I heard something strange just then. I might be imagining it. Let me crank up the audio for myself here so that I can have a better listening experience and hopefully hear things that might be creeping up on me, not sound things. What is that? Did we investigate this previously? Enough time. Let me listen. Hello. How are you? No need to panic. I'm not actually here to, like, eat your flesh today. Soon, though. I'll check this place out. This is bad, because what this means is that someone used to live here, and now they don't, so what happened to them? Also, like I said, I don't want to cut down any of the trees close to my base, so we might come over here and cut some of these down, because this is already a bit of an open field. It looks like it's primarily used by the local fauna for grazing on the local flora. Also, I just realized that I think my crossbow is not long for this world. Is there a way to repair the crossbow from Reforged, or does it just break and then I build a new one? Or is it empty? It's not empty. I've got some right above it. I think it's about to go. And when it's gone, don't carry on. Or just carry on, don't mourn. I don't know, whatever the words are. How did I make this? It's not difficult to make another one. It's just a shame that it's about to go. I kind of thought that the first thing I would lose was all the arrows. I didn't consider the fact that it might just break on me. Also, oh my gosh, that is a sheep. I hope I'm not the only one who saw pig with horns there for a moment. I'm sorry, it's like a ram or something like that, I guess I should say. It's a fine little creature. Don't misunderstand me here. Right, what was I saying? Also, what is this over here? What is that? Some kind of dark tower? That is a very dark forest up ahead. What is this lying on the ground? Are those lily pads on top of a stump? What am I finding here? Moss patch. What can I do with that? Oh, Lord. Did anyone else notice that that first bit of sound was completely broken? Do we need to be worried about that? Oh my goodness gracious, that is foreboding, is what that is. Am I gonna have to go up there? Am I gonna have to climb that at some point? Am I gonna have to do battle with whatever's in there? Oh, this is already creepy enough, what's right in front of me here. This looks like the kind of place you would go if you were just itching to prove yourself which I currently am not. Also, what is this? This dark... oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Not today. Not today, thank you. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to focus on what is right in front of us, and that is trees. Hello. Hello, please. Please? I don't know why, but I expected the whole thing to come crashing down. Oh well. Let's have a look at that wood. Is that what we're going to be building our treehouse out of? It seems that way. Well, I guess in that case, am I going to have to manually cut this thing down? Oh, that seems like such a tedious effort. Look, at the end of the day, though, you gotta do what you gotta do, and if that's what I gotta do, then gosh darn it, that's what I gotta do. Can I make a crafting table on a stick? Have we had this conversation before? Probably in, like, the wee earliest episodes. We can, by the way, make a crafting table on a stick. Oh, but it's this one. I hate this one. I hate this so much, I cannot even begin to express to you. Because this is the crafting grid, but this is my inventory full of stuff. So in other words, this thing is useless. I'm going to make a normal crafting table, just like that. Place down my oak planks in here. I'm not going to make another one, that would be silly. I will make a chest, though. All of this will make sense here soon, I promise you. That's not at all where I wanted that to go. We're going to move it, because that's very important to me that that be there. We're going to leave some of these random objects behind. I am going to go ahead and re-equip my shield, because that seems like a safe thing to have on me. We're not going to leave all of this stuff in here, just kind of for right now, we're going to leave these items, just so we have a bit of extra room. We're going to convert all of this into these, convert all of that into this, and then we're going to make a lot of ladders. Then we're going to go up to the top of one of these trees and begin the slow and arduous task of felling the tree. It's going to be an adventure. This is coming back out of my inventory, because that's going to get pretty old pretty quickly. So fortunately, you can just hold down the right-click button, and it will build these down. And the reason I went through the whole effort of what seemed like a great deal of effort, I'm sure to those of you at home, building the crafting table and the chests and everything, is because we're probably going to need to cut down a lot of these trees over here, and if this is like our little woodworker hut, then, you know, we have sort of like not really a safe place, I would say, because it's just right in the open, and literally anything could come out of literally anywhere and come and get us. But it's a place we can call our own. If not a safe place, it's at least our place, where we can just kind of hang out and work on cutting down trees. So we're not going to start with this one. We're going to start with the one next door. That makes more sense to me, because then we can climb back up to the... oh, gosh. We're up above the trees now, which seems like the obvious way to traverse through there, and is exactly what we're going to do in the future. I'm glad I came up here and had a good look at it. If we ever have to go into that accursed hell spawn of a tower, we're going to go atop the leaves, is what we're going to do, if that's what it takes. But in the meantime, let's figure out where the bottom of this, or I guess the top of this tree is, and start working our way down. Excuse me, what is this? What the heck? What is happening here? I'm not on a server. Why are you being so weird? Why you get pieces snapping back into reality? Now would be an awful time to lose gravity. If you're wondering why we're going through all this effort, it's because I cannot stand to go back to the house knowing that I left a tree floating in the air. Well, I mean, yes, we need all the wood. That's the primary reason. The main reason we're doing this is because we need all the timber. Don't get it twisted. It's just my weird obsession with cutting down the whole tree is sort of like a useful aside. It's a means to an end, really. And it's not a problem that needs addressing. Really, it's good. It's good for my work ethic. Look at me go. I'm cutting down a whole tree in one sitting. Imagine that. You imagine being as efficient as me right now. You can't imagine it, can you? Okay, that hurt a little bit, but not too bad. And as a result of my actions here today, we now have a pretty decent supply, I would hope. I actually don't know. I haven't checked. Let's crack open the inventory. Wow! I thought we would have more than that. Honestly, I thought there would be more blocks than that. I guess, I mean, I don't know why. That's not bad. It's certainly not bad at all, and we've got a whole second tree here we can fell in the future. But for right now, I think we will double back. Let's skirt kind of along the edge of the forest here, because we haven't really explored this particular region. I know I can't go into the forest, else I receive the blindness. Although I actually don't see where that starts and ends. There's little streaks in the air back there, signifying, I guess, where the blindness begins. And I don't see that over here, but maybe you have to go a little ways into the forest over here to find it. Yeah, there it is right there. So it looks like you can't kind of brush up against the outside in certain spots before going headlong into the darkness that seems to consume your sight and your soul, if I had to guess, which is not good, because we were in there for a few solid seconds. Now, we got our sight back, but did we get our soul back? How can you tell? Also, should we mark those trees? Probably not. I'm assuming we're going to be able to find them again. So let's just head straight home. You know what would be terrifying right now? Do you know what would be absolutely petrifying? You know what would have me just yoinking the power cable out of the wall? Is if I looked into the distance and just out of the corner of my eyes, like right over there, in the distance, right on the edge of the loading distance, I saw someone. You know what I mean? Because so far we've been very much alone here. It's not at all like the overworld where there's villages and villagers and all manner of friendly crabs until they got eaten by the witches, which is definitely what seems to have happened. That was great. Here, though, complete and total isolation. That was a little spooky. Seeing that appear out of nowhere, didn't care for that all that much. But right now, like, if right through there, I mean, what if we saw Herobrine? Can you imagine how absolutely terrifying that would be? I don't want to live that life, thanks. Also, stop running from me. I need your flesh to survive. Okay? The grass does not flee from you. Don't you flee from me. This is nature, alright? This is the circle of life, circle of death, whatever you want to call it. Give me your aluminum ore. It could be useful. I can't see how just yet, but someday. Someday it could be. So now we just have to figure out how to build a treehouse in a way that makes sense and looks good. I've done tree houses before in, like, full trees. This is a big dead tree, so obviously things are going to be a little bit different, but we'll figure it out. It can't be that hard. I'm actually a little bit confused by that piece there. It doesn't appear to have... Actually, same with this one. They don't appear to have tops or bottoms. How does that work? It's the same orientation as all the other blocks. Are all the blocks like this? No, these have tops. Why don't these? Are these different pieces? They both say that they're Twilight oak wood. There doesn't appear to be any sort of visual distinction with them. So I don't really know why they would behave differently. But in any case, we've got ourselves a little staircase up here now. We can start bringing up the general level of the place. Oh, no, and I've fallen. That's fantastic. That's not what I meant to do. So there we go. And you can imagine if you come in through the door down there, la-da-doo, la-da-dee, and you're in down here, you can then take a ladder up, 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 and you'll be inside of here. This is, I guess, where we'll build the actual place. This is a temporary lower platform, which is why it looks the way that it does. What we're going to do once we have this placed is we're going to go back around and we're going to do this number here. Okay? So that's going to go out there like this. And with that done, we can go back down here. This is going to have a bit of an odd shape, because we're going for a little bit of a more natural look here, okay? We're going to get these back down, though. At least the ones that are going in sideways. We might put some back to make it look a little bit more natural. I mean, I know trees don't generally grow like this, being small at the base and then getting wider towards the top. I actually, no, it is exactly how trees grow. Let me take that back. It's not how the trunk of the tree traditionally grows. I'll acknowledge that that is a true fact, and that is a little bit of an oddity with our house here. But that's okay. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of this, and we're gonna we're gonna replace it with this, and there you go. That's looking better. Right. So it's looking a little bit wonky now, which is where doing something like this here to sort of that's atrocious, but something along those lines to kind of get these angles looking a little bit more natural and a little bit less suspicious. Oh good, the rain is back. I think that's how the last episode ended too, wasn't it? Can monsters spawn during a rainstorm? If we F7 the ground, no, we're good still. That's for like at night spawning when it's yellow, and it's never night here, so presumably it's okay. Presumably is a word that could get us in a lot of trouble. If we're not careful, we could presume too much. And then we'll be in big trouble when the gosh darn Wendigo comes out of the darkness over there to eat my flesh. Actually, I would imagine it coming from the cold region over there. So, that's where we actually need to be on the lookout. But here we go. This is what it looks like now with the front door and all. And that's a bit of alright, but what if we actually brought this down and we brought this up, okay? And then the tree, there you go. The door was just set in exactly like that. I like that. That's looking good. So that's where the sort of base of it all ends. That's where the stump ends. And now we actually build the treehouse bit using the planks, I think, is what we're going to do. I don't really have this all planned out at all. I really don't know what we're doing. Should we use a different color wood? Would we want to go for like a wood? Would we want to go for a contrast? I'm not sure. I think a mix of the wood would be better. I wish I hadn't just turned them all into planks. I kind of wish I hadn't done that. I wish I had some more of the actual logs, but it's too late now. I mean, we'll have to just go cut down some more tree. But in order to do that, we will need some more iron, because we're going to have to make another axe now. Oh, gosh darn it. We'll store that in there temporarily. And also temporarily, we're just going to put this thing right here. I don't know. This is probably going to... This sign's going to need to go, because I think this is going to be our ladder to the next floor, although we can just, like, climb it. But what I'm thinking is now, on these corners, we have the log continue to go up a little bit, and then in the middle is where we have the oak planks and maybe glass. Do we want to have glass windows? I think we do. And then the whole thing just kind of lopsidedly grows out of the top of this. Can we also turn these into stairs? Is that a possibility? Well, I think I can craft right here. Yeah, we can do stairs. We could do slabs. We could do stairs. Got another axe. And I'm heading backs to the tree at this point, because I bet you if I went to sleep, that would get rid of the rain. But I'm more interested in getting away from the spawn location and seeing whether or not just beyond the river bend we will find creatures. And I'm not just quoting a song. There is a river over there, and we're going beyond the bend to get to where we're cutting down trees. Why did we go so far? I know I wanted to be away from the house, but there's trees like literally right here. And we went nigh on a full kilometer away. That's an exaggeration. It's not quite that far. It could be. Actually, can we see the number of how many... Nah, it's not nearly a kilometer by the time we get there. But still, it's a bit of a journey, and I'm not really sure where... I'm looking for the ladder. Is that it right there in front of me? Oh my gosh. This is horror game vibes right now. I mean, I know it's Minecraft, so it probably, on the outside, looks like this calm and inviting sort of environment. But I know better, because it's Minecraft, and Minecraft can be the scariest game you've ever played. It can be peaceful. Oh, it can be peaceful. It can also be absolutely petrifyingly terrible. Oh. Oh, I had meant to combine those axes. Instead, I forgot, and then the first one broke, and then the second one broke, because it swapped into my hand. That's fine. I mean, we didn't get nearly as far along with this one. I was using the axe on the leaves. I was being very impatient, and I was axing the leaves. This is probably fine for now. We don't have to fell the entire tree right now. We can come back and finish it off. We've got a good head start on it, and we will eventually finish this tree off and get all of our ladders back in the process. But for now, I think we can scurry down here, collect what wood fell, and then sort of take a tally of what we got to work with. I reckon we probably have enough. Yeah, we got nearly 2 stacks out of that tree. That's a hardy tree there. I think some of the last tree was still attached to it. May apple. Okay, well. Our beautiful house away from home. So nice to return to it after a tough day out slaving away in the trees, trying to bring back enough lumber for our silly little projects. There we go. So that's sort of the crown of the house here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the oak planks for the actual floor here. So that'll come around like so. And these corners will not be oak planks, and that's okay. That doesn't bother me at all. We're going to live with the fact that this place will not be symmetrical, and that's ideal, even. I like that about it. Alright, but now we've got this platform up here. It's a little bit roomier than that down there. We've got a bit more space, but we're going to have a bit more too, because like I said, we're going to build off to the sides. So, do we want to actually leave the log there, and then have it elevate? Like this is a landing, sort of. And then out of these corners, there is a stair that takes us out. I might like that idea. Hold on, let's head back downstairs, where we also need to go ahead and create an additional axe, because that's going to be essential for the woodworking we're doing around here. It's going to get very annoying to try to craft without that. We're also going to create some stairs, and we're going to experiment with these a little bit. kind of see how we feel about them. So we come up top here, we have the stairs, they go up, and then we have our first little landing. Let's go this way because we have more room. We might have to take that tree down, or we just make this a stubby little room out the corner. That's also fine. But let's say we go out in this direction. And let's say we go out, I don't know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks is pretty decent. This could be the start of a pretty decently sized room. Right now it's more so a little landing, but we're going to add a roof to it. So let's see how it kind of looks from outside, kind of see what our progress is, and we'll use that to determine whether or not we like what's happening here. So I do like that so far. I like what's happening so far. Do we want to have it make a big loop all the way around the top? Actually, yeah, we probably do. I was thinking like discrete rooms, which would be interesting because when you walk up to it, it would almost... It's starting to look like an airplane if we did that, right? So you have a wing coming out that side and a wing coming out that side, and like the dorsal wing on the back, or whatever they call it on a plane. I don't know if they... Do they use fin terminology? Probably not. The dorsal fin of the airplane? Maybe. If you're familiar with aeroplanes, let me know. Or any other type of planes for that matter. So like plain people, plain vanilla ice cream. The sort of planes that are full of, like a desert plane, for example, or something in the American sort of Midwest, in what the city slickers call flyover country. There's a lot of planes out there. If you know anything about planes, comment a fun plane fact down. Any kind of plane. I'm not picky. Any kind of plane. But if we had this thing go all the way around the outside, we could just throw ourselves off the front, but I don't want to take the risk, you know? I don't want to take the damage. I'm liking it. I'm thinking it looks pretty decent. Was that the sound of me walking on the grass? Oh gosh, I don't like this at all. It's getting somewhere. It almost looks now like it's got a hat. Like if it was facing that way, that would be the bill of the hat. What are we doing? First thing we're doing is we're moving this bed and this crafting table. Because, darn it, it's way too cramped down here. We're going to temporarily get rid of this sign as well. And don't worry, I remember what it said. I don't. I think it was probably fix the portal. I think that's the one that's missing. So here we go. We'll head back up top. Nothing to worry about. And then right over here, we can have this side be maybe the crafting area. Because it's going to be a bit stubbier anyway, so we can't fit as much in here. So we might as well make this sort of storage and crafting. Which might not make much sense, you know, based on what I just said. There's not that much room, but do we really have all that much we need to store and craft? Also, along the edges, along the outside, do we want to do stairs? That might make expansion in the future a bit of a hassle, because we have to go back through now and remove the stairs, but I kind of like that. I like it in concept. We'll see how it works out in practice, but for now, right here, maybe? Crafting table? And then we will make some more stairs. Make a couple of batches even. This will be the end. That's our final batch of the first batch of the Twilight oak planks. So we're making some more and continuing on. Actually, no, we're not. No, we're not. Not here. There we are. Have the stairs come along the front here. I don't want to cut down any trees, but I also don't want to touch the trees with the building. So what I'm thinking is we sort of mold the side of this place along with the trees. That was dumb. Don't know how I did that. Oh, I know exactly how I did it. I just don't know how I allowed myself to do that. Can I make it into the portal from here? Nope. Probably if I jumped a little bit later. Probably. Might not have ended so... What the heck are all these weird noises? You guys are hearing them too, right? Might have to punch up the audio a bit to make sure y'all are hearing this. Let's see. What if right after that, we then curved this thing, right? You remember what I was saying about having it sort of follow the contours of the trees. We could have this thing actually connect to multiple trees. Why go around the tree when I could have it envelop this tree and that tree? It's not just a tree house, it's a trees house. I kind of like that idea. So we get rid of these stairs, and instead, we have the stairs be, like, down here. Not like that, though. I will perfect this notion. Give me just a second. I gotta figure out where the top of the block ends and the next one begins. So that kind of folds around like that, And then on top of that, we have this. And I'll do it properly all the way around to the bottom once I get to it, but... There you go. So we have this sort of a thing going on. And now I can very easily jump in there. Although I did almost yet again miss it. But we have this sort of thing going on. Where it envelops the tree and it makes it look like it's a tree's house. I like this idea. I'm going to stick with it. Come here, bug. I'm moving you. I'm not getting rid of you. I'm just moving you a little bit lower so you're out of the way. You ever get that feeling that you're being watched? Anyway, I did just realize that we don't have unlimited supplies, so maybe we don't wrap around this tree just yet. Maybe we stick to this one and we just get that finished with. And carry on with adding, like, a roof to the place. So that, you know, we don't get just drenched. What the heck? Oh, is that one of those little Oliphant fellas? It's the little blue gremlin creatures. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, the rain has ended at least. Should I go ahead and deal with that guy? Looks like he's scoping my place out. I knew I was being watched. I had that sense about me. Someone somewhere had eyes on me. You think they came out of the ground to come over here and exact revenge on me for some past wrongdoing on my part? That's just what I'm used to from these creatures of the world of Minecraft. What actually are you? You some kind of imp? I don't like those noises. What did you just drop? Did it drop the tallow? Did it drop the wheat? I actually have no clue. Who cares? I don't. Is there any more of them? Okay, back to work. Look at how our tree's house is coming together. I am concerned about this. This looks like a mess. Oh, no! I accidentally right-clicked that. I did not mean to do that. Now I've just got this dumb debarked. I can't even do anything with it. What are the... There's no uses for it. We'll have to figure out a way to decorate now with debarked Twilight wood. I feel like such a goober. Oh! Oh! It's just a dog. Why is he so angry? Why are you so angry, puppy? I have not done anything to you. Why? What's wrong? Why can't we be friends? Listen, pal. Listen, pal. Listen, pal. Listen. Was this your stump or something? I've not done anything to you. You and we've had no beef together. You and I. We can be friends. It doesn't have to go down like this. Look, I'm gonna make you an offering here, okay? You like meat? Go ahead, eat up. That's delicious pork chop. Easy, pal. Easy. Goodness. What a confrontation. What a stare down here in the Twilight Forest. If you didn't like the meat, you could have said something. Alright? You don't need to leave it on the ground. That's pork chop. Alright? It's already sketchy to eat. You gotta cook it really well. You get weird worms. Your dogs. You probably already have them. Don't deny it. You know it's true. Okay, it's starting to get a little bit dark up here on this platform, and I'm just a wee bit worried that something might start spawning if I'm not careful. I'd like to go get more of the insects and use those to prevent spawning exclusively, because that's more fitting with the sort of vibe of the forest that we are in. But for now, that'll do. You might have noticed things are a little bit different than what I said they would be. I kind of decided to follow the trees and expand the platforms out to the tree lines in such a way that we have what's going on here now. And if we kind of come down below and we have a look at it down here, although we got to be careful because there's an angry wolf and also occasionally some kind of blue goblin creature. This is what we've... Shoot, son. Where is he? Where are you, dog? What is your problem? Why you got anger issues, man? Don't look at me like that. I've not done anything to you. You better stay back from me, pal. Alright? No, you better stay back. I will shoot. I'm American. Anyway, right up here, we've got ourselves a lovely... this is very distracting. I'd kind of like to befriend the guy. Do we have any bones left? I think I would prefer to have a dog companion than I would have a dog I have to fight. Let's go see if we can give him bones and see how he feels about that. Come here, boy. I never met a dog I couldn't make like me. Come here. Oh, hold on. You stay right there. I'm gonna take my shield off because I trust you not to do anything sketchy. Do you want the... No? You don't want the bone? Want some meat? That's a sword. Sorry. Some meat? Take a bone? Alright, I think what we got here is what they call a bad egg. Oh! What the heck? Huh? Oh, that was almost a disaster. We did just completely shatter. Why is he like me now? Hello? Is it because I like... What? Do you want bones? Meat. Bones? What did I do? I don't understand. What... Why... What? Unfortunately, our crossbow did break. You all saw that. Why has he got little hearts on top of his head, though? Buddy, what... How did I... Did I do something? Did I get through to you somehow? Why the hearts, but also you're still mad? Eat the bone. Eat the bone. Eat it! Eat the meat! Eat the meat, it's good for you! It's got lots of vitamins, and protein, and fat. No carb, it's 0 carb. Eat the meat. Chew on the bone. Be my friend. The moment I tried to kill... Oh, actually, it didn't break. It's right here in my inventory. How come the moment I broke this thing out like I was gonna kill the guy, he was like, ah, yes, my best friend. Give me that. What is your deal, dude? Maybe there's no taming him. Oh. There we go. Easy, easy, easy. He's got hearts. How many times do I gotta do this? He's got hearts. What do I need to do now? Right-click him? What do I need to do to this guy? I think I might have fed him meat earlier, and that did something. How many times do I need to do... Why? Oh! It's his breeding food! What is that? What on earth am I looking at over there? Is that just a sheep? What's happening? What am I seeing right in front of me right there? Is that just some kind of block? That's a creature... Oh, that's a wolf. That's just another wolf. That was just... The whole time, it was just another wolf. Maybe that's what this guy's issue is. Maybe he needs to do some, like, breeding or something. Come here. I'm gonna go find you a mate, is what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna work out that bad attitude you've got.